Whew. I gotta go to the gym today. These are the days where it could be so easy to stay in bed right now. It would be so easy. But we're not gonna do that. We're gonna get going. We're gonna get moving. I don't know. This is always the struggle. It's like, which one do I take? Athlete pre-workout or creatine? I think the athlete pre-workout has all of that in it. And this is the Podium brand. I don't see, yeah, I see creatine. Okay, we're gonna take athlete pre-workout today. Fit it in there. There we go. With this one I can't perfect it yet, but I'll figure it out. I don't want to lose any of the grains. The grains are expensive. We're going to the gym. I'm just gonna do some cardio, and I'm going to probably do some like dumbbell shoulder exercises just because I don't stretch as much as I should. Other than that, I'm recording on the DJI Osmo Pocket 5. I've got the DJI Mic Mini right here, and I used it yesterday for the first time to do some running and really see the quality of it, right? So it's hard because I want to see if it works to post on like TikTok and Instagram and things like that, other than YouTube, which I'm gonna attempt to do and stay consistent with. So you can put it in vertical mode, and I'll probably take a few shots of that later today, but you could put it on this stand in vertical mode and it'll stay in vertical mode, which is really cool. The other part of that is there's a lock mechanism. So there's a button you can press, and that button allows you to keep the rotation locked. So that way, if I were to put it on this stand, so I've got the stand hooked up right here, you could put it on this stand vertically and lock it, and it'll stay vertical no matter if you rotate it horizontal or not. And the same thing vice versa, right? I don't feel confident enough to pass that kind of knowledge on, but I think the thing that I can do is show you what it's like to use in everyday life for somebody who's just picking it up and somebody who does like to record and is pretty good with other cameras. I didn't go to school for any of this stuff. I mean, you're probably going to be able to tell right away. But I think where my strength is, and I'm going to say it every time, right? Because I think one thing I've learned lately too is stepping into your identity and claiming your identity, right? I was listening to Tim Ferriss' podcast with Robert Rodriguez. Now, there's a book by Robert Rodriguez called Rebel Without a Crew, and he literally journals when he made El Mariachi, and journaled every step of the way. Like, it was so cool. And I remember when I made my first short film with my cousins, it kind of felt like that, right? Like, we had our little crew, but it just felt like we were just a crew of three amongst other people we were trying to recruit and just like get on this crazy idea with us. And we did it. We made like a 40-minute movie. Whether or not it was amazing or anything like that, like, we did it. So reading his book well after the fact, I read it a couple months ago, it was so enlightening. Like, it really changed my perspective on, like, you know what, I don't have to wait for people anymore. I don't have to wait for people to do this. And the thing that I'm working through again is that perfection of like needing to accumulate more gear, needing to have everything in order to feel ready. But really that's just me sticking in my comfort zone. So I read this book by Robert Rodriguez, the director of El Mariachi and Spy Kids and Dusk Till Dawn, which is like top 5 for me of favorite movies. And then he did a podcast with Tim Ferriss, and he talked about people who, like, you know, come up to him and say, you know, I'm an aspiring filmmaker. And he's like, that's the totally wrong way to go about it. That's not the right way to go about it. It's, you should say that I'm a filmmaker. Whenever you're introducing yourself, whenever anybody's asking you, you should say what you want to be. Even if you don't feel like you are that yet. You know, we all have imposter syndrome. We all feel like we haven't made it yet. But I think it's so cool to have that permission to just say, I am this, right? So he says, if anybody says I'm an aspiring filmmaker, he's like, then what are you really saying? You're aspiring to make films, so all you do all day is aspire? Rather than saying I'm a filmmaker and what I do is I make films, right? So I'm having this moment in life right now where I love filmmaking, like I love the idea of it, and I'm trying to do more of it so I can like actually feel like, oh yeah, this is who I am, right? But what I do know is that I'm a storyteller. I'm a writer. I might not be the best with grammar, but like I have the story in me, right? So I would say I'm a storyteller, and this is what you're gonna get out of, you know, following me along and watching me and being in this with me, is that I'm gonna tell stories, and I'm gonna teach you how to tell stories eventually. You know, I think that's where I can be a better teacher, rather than taking you through tech and equipment. And I can definitely talk about all that stuff, and I will, but I won't be able to know, you know, the best settings and things like that. That's just me, like, discovering. And I think that's the best thing about being a film person and a storyteller, is like, see, I almost did it there again. I almost was like, oh, filmmaker, is that me? Like I paused there. Did you see that? That's like that natural reaction that I'm like afraid somebody's gonna call me out on my bullshit because I'm not a filmmaker. But you know what? Like, I'm here, I'm making something, right? So I am a storyteller, I am a filmmaker, and I'm gonna lean into that. And yeah, I'm just encouraging you to lean into that as well. But I'm gonna go in for the workout, and I'll see you guys after. Can you tell I'm a little nervous right now? I'm just at the gym. People know that I record and stuff, but never vlogging. So this is very new to me. Here we go. Semi-finalist. How you feeling? Exhausted?
Yeah.
Oh man, how's it feel though? I heard you might be going to Syndicate Crown?
Yeah, there's a chance I can go.
Okay, alright. Well, I'm your video man.
You already know.
And then here's the Coach E, the infamous Boston marathoner, and my wife. Ooh, baby. Yeah, I'm married to her.
Okay, this Kush here in the gas station. I can't hit it if I do, I'm gonna test it. These boys make me do it.
How you feeling?
So great.
Get those legs moving. You know, sometimes I used to think like when I come to the gym, I have to like go hard and I have to do something even if I didn't feel it. But what's great about coming here is like I can still be around the people, the community, cheer them on, have fun, talk, and just slowly work on my stuff. I don't have anyone to answer to for my health except for myself, right? But if I do what I know I can handle and listen to my body, I'll be all right. All right, I think that's gonna be it for the day. Okay, I came in, I conquered what I could conquer, and My biggest wins right now are that I came in, I got up and I came to the gym. My other win is that I brought my gear with me and I put it to use. My other win is that I recorded in front of people. Even if they're not looking at you, they probably know you're recording. So like I said, don't get in their way, but get out there and start getting over those fears. So those are my 3 wins. Showing up, bringing my gear, and recording. Oh, I feel good. I feel good. I'll see you guys.